Man, I learned a whole bunch about the whole class really, and then the whole year as it's gone by. Man, I feel like I'm filled with a whole bunch of education and learned a whole bunch of new things about the business of basketball. The world of basketball, it does have a lot of money, but not the most money in the industry. But definitely just that this is a business first instead of a game first. So I feel like I'm gonna keep that for a very long time.
I feel like we got to wrap it up, right? So you didn't have really closure, and we got to go back through what were some of the highlights, talk about some of their memories, some of the things, exercises that they did, thinking of branding and endorsements. And so I feel like it was a good way to end the course overall. Think of what 3 words you might use to describe you publicly, right? And it could be about your game, right? Like, how's your game? I feel good. Assassin. Assassin? What about Roman? What 3 words?
Master.
Oh, so you're creative. They got you in that creative. Lifestyle, designer. What kind of things you design?
Whatever I like.
In clothes, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So are there players, or they don't even have to be athletes, that are doing things in communities that you look up to?
Paddy Mills, who's Australian, he's an Indigenous Australian, so like he's always giving back to his Indigenous community, and like every off season, he heads back to the island where he's from, and he's always doing activities for new kids and trying to get back to them. So I mean, he's a pretty like inspirational Australian in what he does.
LeBron, more like as a community wise, but like I say wrestling because my favorite player growing up, and I kind of I like his fashion, the way he dressed and all that.
Yeah.
Going back to LeBron, just how he helped the community and partner with an instructor or help in some way about more than an athlete.
So it is the wages, so that would be minimums, that would be when free agency comes, if that's ever revived. So those kind of issues in terms of movement hours. So when the season begins, how much you can practice, and all those kind of things.
My problem is basically just finding a vendor, because most of them are, whether like the price is too high or like I just don't like the product to have my brand on there. And then another one was having the right size. And then the third was getting the logo in case I just, wanted to put it on there. So I really gotta go in my imagination and try to create some of my system. My clothing brand gives my target audience the next Supreme or like big, that kind of like cool graphic, but like when you see they got it, it's like the new drip, you feel me?
My problem is the lack of opportunity for youth in Australia to be recognised in the US basketball world. US basketball is like where you go be like a college and NBA and everything's here. So my solution was to like make a program to provide young talented Australian athletes with the opportunity to be able to get recognised. So like getting them in like AAU tournaments and stuff like that.
So in this case, it was a 1-unit course, something very basic and broad that talked about the business of sport and basketball as an emphasis. So I think we'll increase our offerings. We're going to make this a little bit more customizable, so it'll vary across sports. That way we can move into the essentials of sports business, volleyball or golf, and we can serve as many athletes as possible.